Hi, welcome to today's gentle flow. For today's practice, you are going to want just a block or a thick sturdy book. Shoebox works just fine. And this is designed for early morning when you're trying to ease into the day, so nice comfy clothes. And we're gonna get started actually in a reclined position. So you'll start with your soles of the feet resting on the mat. Hips, shoulders, head, all supported here. Just give yourself a few moments. Notice that natural rhythm of your breath. Notice here, maybe the mind's already starting to get a little buzzy, starting to fill with some to-do list items. Maybe it's still clinging to sleep. Just noticing, not judging. And then bringing your awareness back to the breath. Taking your time here. Use your next few rounds of breath to make your way to a fetal position on your left side. So just really supporting yourself here, finding a comfy fetal position. And then from here, open your right arm out to the side in either a T or a cactus shape. You can even bring your hands behind your head like you're reclining at the beach. Just a really gentle reclined supine twist. Giving yourself a few rounds of breath here. One more breath exactly where you are. When that's complete, you can shift back to center, moving nice and slow. And then allow your knees to fall to the right side for reclined, or I should say fetal position on this side. Pausing here first, just feeling your side body press into the mat. When you're ready, that left arm can open out to the side, reclined supine twist on this side. Wait for your next inhale. Use that to bring yourself back to center once more. And then hug your knees into your chest. Not too tight, just nice and gentle here, pressing your low back into the mat. You might roll out your ankles here, going one direction and then the other. Can point and flex the toes. Just some gentle movement, maybe even beginning to rock side to side. And when you're ready, press yourself up to a seated position. Really taking your time as you get there. Whichever leg you prefer in front. Inhale, reach your fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, easy seat forward fold. So hands come in front of you. Hips stay rooted down behind you. Can always walk your fingertips further forward for more sensation, or walk them back here for less sensation. Allow your head to hang heavy, gently tucking that chin towards your chest. Next breath, those hands walk in once more, and then make your way to a tabletop position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, finding that alignment. Inhale to drop your belly and lift your gaze for cow. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin for cat. Inhale, cow, belly drops, gaze lifts. Exhale, cat, round your spine. Give yourself a few more rounds here, following your pace of breath. Maybe adding in some side stretches as it feels good. Really any movement as long as it feels good to warm up the spine here. And then pausing back at a neutral spine. Take your fingertips so they're pressing out towards the side of the mat, wrists facing each other. And gently just shift your weight side to side here. If this is the extent that it feels good to rotate your wrists, you are welcome to stay right here. Or if it's available, fingertips point back towards your knees. Gently beginning to shift your weight back just as far as is available, keeping the palms of your hands on the mat. Stretching out the wrists here. One more breath. Next breath, release fingertips back towards the top of the mat, and then taking a thunderbolt seated position here. If this doesn't feel good on your knees, you can sweep your heels out from under your seat. And just taking the backs of your wrists, pressing them against each other, or the cuter version, taking your hands into your armpits like they're little chicken wings, reversing that wrist grip here. One more breath. And then take your hands, interlacing all your fingers, flip your palms up towards the sky, lengthening your spine. Maybe start to gently look up, little back bend, full round of breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Next breath, hands come back to the mat. And make your way to a downward facing dog. So walk your hands forward about a handprint, hips lift up towards the sky. Pedaling out your dog here, you can shift your hips side to side. Press your chest towards your thighs. Enjoying that first down dog of the day. Bring a pretty generous bend to the knees here to help lengthen your spine, really pressing into both hands equally. Then lengthening your legs once more. Walk your hands back towards your feet to a forward fold. So coming to forward fold, Uttanasana at the back of the mat. Use your next breath to slowly roll up, stacking vertebrae on top of vertebrae. Eventually the palms face forward like you're over-exaggerating, pulling those shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky, interlacing all your fingers except for pointer fingers. Exhale, side stretch to the left. Hips to the right, fingertips to the left. Notice here if your right shoulder wants to dip down, pull your heart through. If it doesn't feel good in your left shoulder, you can always drop your hand to that side body. Next inhale, pass through center. Exhale, other side. Again, keeping your chest open, adjusting this right arm down if that feels good. Keep your hips pressing to the other side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, elbows squeeze down, cactus arms, gaze lifts. Inhale, extend your arms tall. Exhale, bring your hands to low back, interlacing your fingertips as you press your knuckles towards the floor. Maybe your heart lifts as you look up towards the sky. Next breath, forward folds. Arms can stay at low back or extend overhead if that feels okay in your shoulders. Bending your right knee here, right shoulder dips down. Inhale, extend long. Exhale, bend your left knee, left shoulder dips down. Inhale, extend long once more, either side. Right shoulder dips as that knee bends. Back to center, left shoulder dips as that knee bends. Back to center. Hands come to low back. And then walking your hands forward, come to a downward facing dog. Inhale to bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root through your feet, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, maybe look up nice and tall. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward folds. Inhale, half lift, bring your arms back by your hips, airplane arms. Give yourself a full round of breath here, building some energy. Strong back body. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, root through your feet, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, maybe look up, adding on. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. You can add airplane arms if you want. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank on toes or knees, wherever you feel stronger. Inhale, puff up the back of your heart. Use your entire exhale, lower all the way to the mat. Elbows graze the ribs, untuck toes, hands back by hips. Inhale, lift for locust, squeeze the back body. Exhale, back to the mat. Inhale, press up to your plank on toes or knees. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Or you can take tabletop or child's pose for the next few rounds of breath, whatever feels better in your body. Maybe you're feeling called for some more cat-cows. Whatever works for you. If you're not in down dog, making your way there. Inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale for half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, hang heavy. Inhale, chair, hips sink down, fingertips lift. Weight is in your heels here. And then a different arm variation. Take your arms wide, almost like they're at a V shape, palms facing forward, really taking up space. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more rounds here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last round. Breathe in. Breathe out. Next breath, hands come to heart center, forward folds. Inhale to half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, root through your feet, reach up towards the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hips down and back for chair. This time, drawing your hands to heart center. Shift your weight to your left foot, and then step your right foot back for crescent, and then lower the back knee, Anjaneyasana. Fingertips lift. Inhale here. Exhale, elbows pull down, heart lifts. Inhale to extend. Exhale, pull down. Once more, inhale, arms extend. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, fingertips lift. Tuck your back toes to lift your back knee. Pausing here in crescent. Active in the back leg, heel presses towards the back wall. Then draw your hands to heart center. Shift forward for chair once more. Full breath here. When that's complete, left leg steps back, fingertips lift for crescent, then lower the back knee, Anjaneyasana. Toes can be tucked or untucked. Exhale, elbows pull down, heart lifts. Inhale, arms extend. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, arms extend. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, fingertips lift. Tuck your back toes, lift the back knee. Strong crescent pose. Active energy all the way through that back heel. Draw your hands to heart center. Shift forward to chair. Inhale, take your arms wide, press into your feet, lift your fingertips. Exhale, hands to heart center. Opening your hands by your palms, opening your hands by your hips, palms face forward. Inhale, shoulders up towards the ears, slide them down the back. Eyes soften or close here. Give yourself a few rounds of breath. Rooting into both feet equally. Crown of the head reaches towards the sky. Strong and stable pose here. Inhale, take your arms wide, reach up, maybe look up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, step or hop back to plank position. Inhale and plank. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, sweep right leg towards the sky. Exhale, step it between your hands, warrior one. Back foot comes in and out at 45 degrees. Fingertips lift. Pressing into the blade edge and heel of that back foot. Next breath, straighten your front leg, hands come to hips, and then hinge forward for a half pyramid. So the crown of the head reaches forward, pressing into both feet equally. Maybe your hands open by your hips, airplane arms. Actively squeezing those triceps. One more breath here. Next breath, fold forward, keeping that front knee bent, nose points towards your knees. Pyramid pose. Hands might rest on the mat, or they can rest on calf or up on your hips, whatever feels better for you. Full breath. Inhale, bend into your front knee, fingertips lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back to plank position. Inhale and plank. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, sweep left leg to the sky. Exhale, step it between your hands, warrior one on the other side. Back foot in and out at 45 degrees. Fingertips lift. Strong base pressing into that blade edge and heel of the back foot. Next breath, straightening that front leg, hands come to hips, hinge forward for pyramid, like a half lift pyramid hybrid, I guess. Crown of the head reaches forward, hands might open by the hips, palms facing down. Strong back body here. Press into both feet equally. Next breath, folding forward, pyramid pose, nose points towards your knee. Hands resting on mat, shin, or hips. Breathe here. Next breath, bend into that front knee, returning to warrior one. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, you can take a connecting vinyasa or meet right back to down dog. Whatever feels best for you this morning. From down dog, inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Great time to bring that block at its medium setting behind your heels. Next, inhale, press into the soles of your feet, lift your fingertips. Draw your hands to heart center. Taking your feet wide, so heels might be on the mat, toes splayed off. Inhale, fingertips lift. Exhale, sink down for Malasana. Now adjusting the block to a height that feels good for you, but I do suggest using a block here, even if you don't always. Weight is in the edges of your feet and your heels. Elbows press into your knees. Really use the block here to help lengthen your spine. So crown of the head lifts towards the sky, squeezing the shoulder blades. Adding in a little twist. Left arm reaches towards the floor. Right arm opens towards the sky. Lots of space here between those left fingertips and right fingertips. Long wingspan. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, other side. Right arm reaches down, left arm reaches up. Right fingertips might not even touch the floor, and that's okay. Breathe here. Next breath, come back to center. Full round of breath. Breathe in. Sigh it out. When you're ready, slide that block out from under your seat to a malasana, not to a malasana, to a butterfly. Pull your heels in towards your body. Soles of the feet press together. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, hinge forward just slightly to where you start to feel a little more pressure in those inner thighs. You are welcome to stay right here. In some bodies, it might feel good to press your elbows into your thighs, encouraging your knees towards the mat. In some bodies, that might not be available just based on your arm length anatomy. So not being too hard on yourself, just finding the version that works for you. Heart continues to pull forward. Give yourself a few rounds of breath here. Eyes can be soft or closed. One more breath exactly where you are. When that's complete, bring your knees together, taking a seated version of a yogi hug. So soles of the feet press into the mat, knees up towards the sky. Then wrap your arms around your shins, maybe rounding down, forehead towards the knees, tight little squeeze. Might even gently sway side to side. Next breath, release into a seated meditation. So whichever leg you prefer in front, hands resting on the knees, eyes soft or closed. Giving yourself just a few rounds of breath here. Maybe focusing on that breath coming in and out of your nose. Gently extending your inhales and exhales. A few moments here where your only job is just to breathe. Bringing that awareness to your breath. Notice the rise and fall in your chest. Notice your sit bones rooting down into the mat beneath you. Crown of the head reaching up towards the sky. If you'd like to take some extra time here, you are more than welcome to. If it's time to close out your practice, we'll close with a collective breath. Can exhale to prepare. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, draw your hands back to heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Thanks for being part of this rad community, and I hope you have a beautiful day.